Oh my god. The back of my camera will not stay in place. I think I might have broken it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Maleah, and we basically just talk about everything that has to do with my book addiction, books I'm reading, books I bought, books I received, what I rate books, my reviews, and what I think you should also be picking up. So today's video is my July TBR, but in a different way. I saw Destiny Sidwell talk about just the books that she has on her like nightstand, which is acting as a TBR. So she like sees all the books she's laying next to at night and then reads them. And I've been doing that for about 2 months now, and it just never occurred to me to share that with you guys because I try to stick to TBR, but I'm slowly learning throughout this year that that is just not me. I am very much a nightstand girl. I went into my room just now and picked up all the books that I have that just stare at me at night and wait for me to pick them up and actually stop spending money on buying more books and adding to the pile. I just realized one of these is dirty. Oh no, it's one of the new books I just got. Okay, we're gonna turn this way because mercy. We're gonna run through all these books kind of rapid fire style, give you guys like a little like blurb of what each is about. So this is a culmination of maybe like 4 books you've seen me talk about before, and then the rest of these are literally ones that I've bought or have been given. He's like, yeah, I went to Barnes & Noble with her. She's being for real. I thought I was gonna stick to a book buying ban until fall. I'm a liar. So the first book, one of the most recent books I picked up, is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I've been wanting to pick up a Penelope Douglas book, there we go, for forever, all year long. And I've specifically been looking for Credence everywhere. It's been sold out. This book is about Tiernan. She is the daughter of a film producer and his like equally famous wife. They passed away, so Tiernan is on her own now, and she's been left without like love or guidance basically her whole life. She's just been like raised by like the pros of them being famous, wealth and things like that. So her dad's stepbrother assumes guardianship of her, and he has 2 sons, Noah and Caleb, and they live in Colorado, and I currently live in Colorado, so I think we're already off to a good start. Tiernan soon learns these men now have a say in what she chooses to care and not care about anymore. As the 3 of them take her under their wing, teach her to work and survive in remote woods far away from the rest of the world, she slowly finds her place among them. And as part of them, and she also realizes that lines blur and rules become easy to break when no one else is watching. One of them has her, the other wants her. Your step cousins? Okay. Yeah, I totally did not know that at all, so that's interesting. Anywho, then I have The Burning and The Falling by Anna Todd. I talked about The Falling with you guys when I thought that I was going to be able to read it all a couple months ago. And it's just about a woman who has grown up in Fort Benning, Georgia area. She starts to fall in love with a soldier, and he has some PTSD from his deployments and just them working through the trauma and the aftermath of that together because he's emotionally closed off, and she considers herself a fixer of broken things with a strong desire to help. Kyle. Oh, I like that name. I think I said that last time too. But yeah, so then she just sent me her second book in the series, The Burning. It's about the same characters, same type of situations, just like the aftermath of this book. This one, Kyle Martin's scars run deep, but the mark Karina left on him is deeper. He can't get her out of his mind or his heart. He's ready to start fresh, adjust to civilian life, and build a future outside of the army. One he hopes could include Karina because their spark, while it burned, was unforgettable. So obviously, I think it's just a like flip version where he is now also not in the military, and them trying to like find their way and how their relationship can fit into that. I'm really interested in starting to read these. My husband is in the army, so I think I'll relate to these a lot. And also these covers are super cute. Recently, I was sent this from Sarah Wilson, The Hollywood Jinx. She's a temporary librarian and aspiring film score composer. And our mailman character, Nick Hawden, is the town's Harvest Festival. Wait, what? He's in town for the town's Harvest Festival, and he's a movie star. Oh my gosh. It seems like a good girl, bad guy type of trope. He has a really bad reputation and causes a lot of trouble in the films that he has made are tanking. Jane is tasked with being like his kind of tour guide in their little small town because no one thought he'd take them up on the offer of just like them kind of getting the publicity of him being there and him also looking like he's doing something good for like this random little small town trying to fix his image. He's only in town for 2 weeks and wants to try to start something with her, so it looks like a he falls first type of thing because she's emotionally closed off because she believes all relationships are jinxed to fail. I think this is gonna be pretty cute if it's done the right way. Obviously, when it's like a small timeline for couples to get together, you could easily leave out a lot of details where it's just like you're expected to just like be on the same page with the couple and be like, oh yeah, they're such a great match, and you've given like 2 chapters to like the building of their relationship and stuff. That's one of my biggest fear when it comes to like small amounts of times people have together to fall in love. It's just that, you know, there's just gonna be like, oh yay, they're together, deal with it, reader. I didn't read Meet Me at the Lake or Every Summer After because I heard it was like that and everyone was kind of like, this could have been done so much better. So that's a little scary, but I am very happy to get sent any books that I get in the mail, so I will be giving it a good shot. Then I just finished Fourth Wing. Oh my god, that was the first book I read this month that got me on my book slump, so I went immediately and picked up another Rebecca Yarros book. I got The Last Letter. So this is kind of the same little situation as far as like military influence goes that also kind of put me onto this. This guy gets a letter from his best friend who I think is passed away, so this comes like post-mortem, and he is asking him to please get out of the army and go take care of his little sister. Her brother seems to just be worried about her. She doesn't want to like receive, oh hi, doesn't receive help from anybody, and their grandmother passed away and their parents and now the brother. And it says, and here's the kicker, there's something else you don't know. Something else you don't know that's tearing her family apart. She's going to need help. So if I'm gone, that means I can't be there for Ella. I can't help them through this, but you can. So I'm begging you as my best friend, go take care of my sister, my family. Please don't make her go through it alone. I think it's a really interesting premise of like, you know your best friend passed and then you get this letter of like basically their last wish. So I mean, how do you say no to that? Yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I don't know, I'm weird and I want to do this video before I got into any of these books. I wanted to give like my honest like, oh, first impression. And I think, excuse me, I think some of these I'm definitely going to be doing a reading vlog for too. Because I just love to share my thoughts with you guys, and I feel bad sometimes when I read books and I really love them and then I've just like embarked on them on my own. Then my husband just ordered me Serpent and the Wings of the Night. This is a 2-book, I think this is just a duology, but I really wanted to give this a shot because this is more about like vampires and it's giving like Hunger Games. So the vampire king actually adopted a human daughter, and her only chance to really be something is to enter in the Kajari, which is the tournament held by the goddess of death herself, which is kind of where the like Hunger Games vibe comes in. All 3 vampire houses send a warrior to fight in the Kajari to survive. Aurea is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rain, I think that's how it says, is dangerous. He's a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. There's no room for compassion in the Kajari. War for the throne of House of Night brews, shattering everything that Aurea thought she knew about her home, and Rain may understand her more than anyone. But her blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. I just thought it was super interesting. After reading Fourth Wing, I just realized that I really love romantasy, fantasy, certain kinds of fantasy. When it's not like crazy world building and like easy to digest, I guess is what I'm trying to say, then I can really get into it, and especially romantasy when, you know me, a lot of my books are romance anyways. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. It is a kind of a thicker book. I mean, oh no, I'm a liar again. It's only like 490 pages. It looked like 487 past like that blog, past everything. So yeah, this will be probably a pretty average read for me, but just wanted to let you know in case you know you're not into books that are bigger than like 300 pages, which I totally get. Could be very like almost like it's droning on sometimes when books are really long, so I totally get that. I also thought this cover was extremely cute and looked really nice like in a kind of bookstore type of setting on my bookshelf. Then I have When in Rome. I don't think I need to explain this to anybody. This has been out for a while. I've just been collecting Sarah Adams books at this point because I just think they're so freaking cute. And they're just cute stories, but mostly just cute covers. And that just sounds really obnoxious because like books are not cheap. And I'm like, I bought this for the cover, but I mean, I kind of did. This is just small town romance. Amelia Rose is a pop star and she breaks down in Noah's little town. I've read about 20% of this. All her books are like really, really easy to read and they're actually really short. So in total, this book is 308 pages. So like they're really short reads and they're really cute stories. And I feel like literally none of them have spice. So if you're not a spicy person, just want a really cute story, a cute romance, her books are definitely for you. Then I picked up You with a View, I think like a month and a half ago, and I finally got into it. I'm like 35% of the way in. I swear I picked up this book, When in Rome, and then like 2 other books. I got to about the same percentage in all of them. My book slump was horrific. I really like it so far. It's just about Noelle. Her grandmother passed away. They were very close and she goes through her stuff, obviously, as most people do. They go through like the estate and everything, and she finds like pictures and love notes from this man that was not her grandfather. And so she like posts on TikTok like looking for the guy, and I feel kind of weird about social media sometimes in books, like if we're gonna be obnoxious about it, but this is like really cute actually. And the video went viral, and turns out the person who like got up with her is actually her like academic rival, like pretty much her rival in every aspect her whole like adolescent years. She's like struggling going through like her, you know, navigating adult life, and then this guy has just like completely flourished. So they're still very much rivals, but kind of just in her own head now that high school's over. But he is the grandson to the mysterious man she found in her grandmother's stuff. So like reconnecting with him is the only way she can find out, you know, what the tea is with this guy and her grandma. And turns out Theo's grandpa is like her grandma's like ultimate real love that just never happened. Paul is so cute, the grandpa. I really love this a lot so far. Like I said, I'm not like super far into it. I think I just crossed like 100 pages before I stopped, but it's really cute and I highly recommend. And his grandpa like sends them on a little road trip, like retracing him and her grandmother's steps when they were in love. So yeah, super cute. We are starting to get out of the frame, so we're getting a little bit lower now. I have Heartless. I don't know what it is about me and series when things can be realistic. I don't know what it is about me and series that are like made up of standalones. I feel like in my brain when I buy them, I want to buy them all in order, but now that I've read like some of the blurbs, I'm definitely reading these just like as they interest me. So I really want to read Heartless. This is technically the second book in the series, but like I said, they're all different stories. They're just like interconnected in little ways. Our female main character is a nanny working for the grumpiest single dad, and he can't keep his hands off of her. They also have an age gap. Kate Eaton, the male main character, is 13 years older than her. He's gruff, a little rough around the edges, but broad-shouldered ranchers with calloused hands and filthy mouths are this city girl's kryptonite. But it's in our quiet moments together that he softens. It's when he takes care of me that I realize his hardened exterior is just a facade. It's when I watch him go all sweet with his little boy that I really fall for him. Someone convinced him once that his best wasn't good enough, but I've never felt more cherished than I do in his arms. See, it's just like, I don't know what to say. Like, duh, like of course it's on my nightstand, so I'll be getting to that very soon. I have all of them except for Reckless, the newest book, so I will kind of just be picking them up, like I said, as they interest me. The Perfect Ruin, I got this in 2020, no, I started reading last year. I got this last year, obviously from Target, as we can all see. This is more so a thriller mystery. This is about Ivy and Lola. Ivy's family has fallen apart. She's in her 20s and severely troubled, and she barely has a life. Then she meets the woman who destroyed her life, which was Lola Maxwell, the mega wealthy socialite with a heart. Miami's beloved first lady of charity. Ivy basically infiltrates Lola's life with the plan to do the same to her. But seducing Lola's handsome, devoted surgeon husband turns into a passionate dream Ivy suddenly can't control. And soon an insidious someone will twist Ivy's revenge into a nightmare of deception, secrets, and betrayal that Ivy may not wake up from. I have It Happened One Summer. I think I'm kind of over this though. I said it there because it seemed like good vibes for the season, but I don't think I'm ever gonna read this. I want to unhaul, but I'm scared that when I unhaul, all of a sudden I'll be like, that'll be really good to read. So I don't really want to do that, but I don't know. But I feel like eventually we'll get to it. Then I picked up The Wall of Winnipeg on the first of last month. Bloom, I think, or Avon, republished Mariana Zapata's book, and so I wanted the new cover super bad. I thought it was super, super cute. This is about the legendary Wall of Winnipeg. He is a star football player, and Vanessa are given the character as a personal assistant in the football organization, and she is tasked to be his personal assistant, but he takes the personal a little bit too far, and here we are. I've heard nothing but good things about Mariana Zapata's writing. I just bought this and kind of set it aside because it was another thing where I was like, do I want to make a vlog about this, or read it with you guys, or I just want to read it? I get kind of confused about that, especially when it's just like something I've looked forward to for so far. Whoa, something I've looked forward to for so long. Lastly, I have Block Shot by Kennedy Ryans. She is currently reprinting all these with Bloom, and I really wanted all the illustrated covers, but I got to Long Shot, the first book, too late. I honestly got it confused. I thought Block Shot was the first book, and I had more time to buy all the rest, but actually Long Shot was getting like reprinted first. So that one's currently out at Barnes, and I'm just not very into like the whole discreet cover of like everyone and their mom doing like a flower cover. I thought this was so much cuter, and the other two books are the same. I'm still gonna get Hookshot, the third book, and I guess I'll just have to buy Long Shot as it is reprinted. Or she has like the exclusive covers, but there have people on them, like actual people, not like cutie little illustrated people. I might just never own that. It's kind of like reverse Grumpy Sunshine. She is like a little bit, has like an attitude, and he's really attracted to that. Jared is actually a successful sports agent. Jared has already broken Banner's heart one time before, so she is moved on. But Jared has never think that he gets a second chance. I started reading this. This was the other book that I forgot about that I started reading in my book slump. I quite literally got to page 20. Yeah. And I have literally one annotation down in the book. I think I liked it. There was something a little bit weird about her being like plus size. Jared tried to get into like this fraternity type thing, and they were just saying like really nasty things about Banner because she's plus size. So I had to take a break because of that too, because that just kind of really got me good. Kind of triggered me a little bit, but I will be finishing it. I'm excited to get like the reverse closed off emotion vibes. But we did it, everybody. These are all of the books that sit on my nightstand and stare at me until I read them. My son is like, okay, we're done talking about books now. But I'm glad I went through these with you guys. This is kind of like my July TBR, but kind of just like my what I'll be picking from for the next like few weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great month of reading. And if you have any other books to recommend that kind of go in the same vibes, let me know down in the comments. Follow my Bookstagram and my book talk. I'll be posting one on book talk here soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.